If such is the Emperor's will.
Okay, so we just won this little combat thing. We leveled up. And by we mean Gimpy and what's his face? Abelard. I have no idea what I'm creating characters here, so. Did I save? I don't remember if I saved or not. I don't think I did. Make sure we saved. Okay, so we are supposed to be going that way. Here's a zone map of the Vogue ship. It consists of several parts between which you can move. Some parts are not yet available, but over time, your character will be able to visit them. Click on the active part of the Void ship to move there. So, there? It's so dark. You'd think there's more lights in the future. What was that?
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will make him feel better about himself. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. Happy Saturday. Okay, so, Idira. The woman before you whips around and gazes straight at you, her eyes glowing with otherworldly light. And so he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate. Mr. Gimpy, watch your head. What? You feel them faltered in the raw. They open. Okay, stuff. Oh, it's that thing that's talking. Okay, Idira. Abelard grumbles as he dusts himself off and grips his weapon again. Would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close. The woman burst into guttural, drunken laughter. Sorry, old man, the voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, oh, Abelard, how they sing. Gimpy, this is Idira Tlass, a personal psyker and diviner of her ladyship Theodora von V. She looks her up and down, Idira. I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate, to die in the waves of the immaterium. Fall under the burning rays of the final dawn, and in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? Who? I have no answer. With all the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. Oh, I know that song. Shall I play it for you? No. A diviner, are you? She nods, yet her gaze is directed somewhere away from you. The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes they murmur. The murmurs are clear. They grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. She turns her head to you, her vacant eyes flamed like embers. And you are Gimpy von V, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet. Been worried if I didn't know that song? Me too. I know it in Latin. I've seen the video. You hear a few clicks from the relays of the servo skull, which has followed you from all the way here, and Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me. Those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack. We heard that before. That's Eldethrad, Emperor's Providence. The other heir still lives as well. Quickly, we must head to. Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, no number of Lady Theodora's heirs will be of use to us anymore. If Eldethrad, like me, has not yet surrendered either mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold out a little without us. He spits out a florid curse. Blast it, you're right. First we need to deal with what is happening here. How do you know who I am? What, you think Lady Theodora doesn't ask me to peek into the darkness behind the backs of those she sees as her prospective heirs? She laughs in a deep voice. I have seen you, Gimpy. I have seen the footsteps of your past and the wounds of your heart. What are you doing here? The whispers called me, the ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Our whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog and the silence that followed. What, you don't mean the chief Ingeseer is? Yes, Abelard, dead, without a doubt, and the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, crackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest, and it's better that we save the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. You must save the navigator as well. Oh no, nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin, the eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. She freezes, then she slaps her cheeks, rubs her face, and looks at you. The supernatural glow is gone from her eyes, and a smirk spreads across her lips. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around, maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So, what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive. The party consists of several characters. Blah blah stuff. Why is this not going away? Seriously, why isn't that going away? So, Idira, do you have any cool stuff on you? She has a psychic staff and a laser pistol. Take it, but then she made me bring it back. So what's the staff good for? Smacking things? Lightning? It's good for lightning. Her buttons. Forewarning. Peering into the future of an ally. Psyker is able to see the possible outcomes, potential dangers. Increases the target's dodge and parry. Till the end of combat. Study enemies. Expose weakness. And Psychic Shriek. I guess we should save just in case. Hey, Batter, welcome back. Happy Saturday. Those humans are not wanting to die for the glory of the God Emperor. Damn right. Some guy nowhere close to where we are. Always expecting us to do all the heavy lifting while he just sits back and drinks his wine and stuff.
New challenge for me?
Piece of pipe left on a noticeable dent in the floor. Hurry, destroy this field. Don't keep our master waiting. Who's our master? I think we have a different master. You don't think the Emperor drinks wine or anything at all? You don't know that. Have you ever met him? You should make the other guys die for the glory of the Emperor. That's the idea.
My whispers crave entertainment.
Can you do this? The Psychic Shriek. Brawler, Sharpshooter, Psyker, Brawler, Psyker.
Will do.
We'll find you soon enough!
Show them no mercy!
I don't know if that ever did anything to him, but... Psyker battles. Dira is a Psyker and Adept. As an Adept, she is able to study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her unusual Psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. She can also buff allies and so. The lightning. Move from the target to increase its dodge, parrying armor by that for 1 round. Study the enemies. Forewarning. Pulse's lightning arc power increasing dealing damage and hitting more targets, but mythically avoiding allies. Death and Glory Soldier. I do wish that you hadn't put it quite like that. I don't want to be sacrificed. I have other things to do. Can't get that guy. But the lightning.
But of course. Be gone.
He thought he was hiding. That's not strong.
Was that you? Or
Targets have been studied. Oh, she didn't move. That's okay. We'll be fine. Abelard. What's this? Sworn enemy. Target gaining flat to armor and okay. So that's 1 point there. So go
It
that
will
way.
be done.
So right in his face and smack.
Indeed. One fewer target.
He lost something. Oh, that would be his head. I wonder if they're going to have a blood DLC for this one too. I hope not. But then they're already looking at it, what, an NC-17 because of that stuff? I mean, it doesn't really look like blood, but use the hologram to gauge the efficiency of your actions in combat. Left click on the battlefield to place the character's hologram. Select the ability in a single shot to see the expected effect. So you mean this stuff? But there you go. That's how that works. So look, he's gonna die.
Let's see how they respond to this.
He's a sniper. All games can be as bloody as Space Marine. All combatants take action in turns or orders. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, the creatures in the chair. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with the throne. You see pink, parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily. They are whistling as it exits through the 2 dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut. The 2 ordinary eyes are the 2 ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead. I believe Master Vespidas still lives. Abelard flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and the dark marks on the face of the creature. Servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. Point to look. Address the deer. What is wrong with him? Approach. Address the navigator. Hey, are you alive? Approach. Navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under the closed lid of the third eye and down his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It's unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Time is short to do what? Are you alright? You're in need of help. We have to get you out of that chair. No, I don't think you can get him out of that chair. Time is short to do what? Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back onto the seat. Then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuouses. The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn. Demons. Adira shrieks in terror. It came from beyond. His body is not his. Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me. Navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is a purplish swelling around the eye. Run, flee from this place while I still have the strength. The words come out of the box as a labored rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp, but it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Who torments you? The edge. The navigator starts thrashing about once more, his gilled mouths bursting with crazed laughter. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of mobs will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods. Address your companions. What is this supposed to mean? I will help you tell me how. I cannot bear to see his agony any longer. I would rather put an end to it. Navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now? He gazes at the figure in the chair, and the ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Eldathrad, yeah. And his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the Server Skull relayed to us earlier. Adira reaches her hand out towards the navigator, but pulls it back at the last moment. This piteous, good luck, and thank you. Why is that one still talking? Why is that not going away? Navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the box at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. No, I'm not playing bolt gun. I'm not playing bolt gun. Bringer of Twilight. They are going to inflict terrible sparkly vampire affliction on us. Yes. Kill them. Kill them now. So, that thing. Navigator seems dead. Only the slight movement of his chest and the twitching of his eyelids let you know stuff. So he's just sitting there. He'll be fine. He'll be totally fine. People on the ground. An axe. Do we want an axe? No special properties. They have higher damage output than most melee weapons. So, Mr. whatever your name is, Abelard, you're currently using a chainsword. 14-18 damage. This is 13-16, so chainsword's a little bit better. Plus it makes people explode. Oh, there's more people on the ground that we didn't loot. Scrappy auto gun. Scrappy auto pistol, another axe, so on to cargo. So nothing else in here.
About time.
Is there a way? I don't know. Out we go. Officer's deck. That's where we're going next. I don't want to point it out to Abelard, but he's not in this picture. I think his future is bleak. At least I don't think that's Abelard there at the top. Pretty sure it isn't. As good as ours, it's all over for you. I don't think so. I shall pity you. Your enemies I shall heed not their please, whatever.
God Emperor, move through me. Be fire in my heart.
Told you he would protect us. My God, my light, my emperor. Crazy sister of battle. Okay, the white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems she is not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you. Duck. Sister Argenta, the Seneschal's voice carries the weight of command, and it seems to bring the warrior out of her battle trance. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you in good health and well armed.
Hello everyone.
Require all the forces we
My
can
name
muster.
is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please remember that YouTube wants you to like and comment on his videos. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and happy Saturday. The young woman called Argenta lowers her weapons and scans your small party with an intense gaze. Then she sets her sights on you. Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? Give you the Lord Captain's air. And just who are you to be so brazen about your inquiries? Lady dear, let's have a croaking laugh. First time I've seen anybody on this ship talk to that little sister like that. To the little sister like that. Allow me, Gimpy. Sister Argenta, sacred warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas. How does that? Sororitas. I hate that word. Just call her Adepta. Sister, this is Gimpy von V, a member of the Rogue Trader's house. She gives you another stern appraisal. You catch something strange in the dark depths of her eyes, some internal struggle, or a wordless question. In the end, however, she nods. The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades are igniting with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone willing to halt the advance of the dark forces. That is why you have come, isn't it? Like sorority. Sororitas? Sororitas. Again, sister will work. Sister, I beg of you. Abelard appears to be losing his patience. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We have been betrayed by our esteemed master of whispers. Elithrad, the heir, is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. Of course, we are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that. Seneschal is right, there is no time to talk. I am no traitor, sister, you can be sure of that. You don't even think to insinuate that I am one of the traitors. I will not let such an affront slide. Do we have to do that? No time to talk. Very well, let us leave it at that. She raises her chin proudly. I cannot wait to rain fire upon the more heretics, each and every one of them. Not fury fleas, just hairy bricks? Sure. Ticks. Yes, they're all ticks. I got a tick. Who are these people with you? Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We are rounding up everyone we could find in the compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors. What is happening on the officer's deck? Massacre, my lord. All heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about seeing their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard. You must get to the main hall of the deck. Through this door. She nods at the passage to your right. I'll go with you. I can't wait to destroy those who encroached on the God Emperor's domain. We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a technomat with us, but we'll see what we can do with that one. Good to hear, sister. Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness. We'll tab to highlight objects a character can interact with. Yeah, I know that. I mean, like these things behind us? Ooh, a well-maintained sniper rifle. That looks like an upgrade for Gimpy. The weapon you found is better than your old one. Equip it to strengthen your character. I know. That's why I took it. So 12 to 17 damage opposed to 12. Oh, one whole point. One whole point of damage. Okay. That's a sick piece of humor there. Explosion blasted a hole through the door, large enough for a person to get through. To open a jammed door, click on the icon. Yes, highest tech will do it. Who is that anyway? Gimpy?
I did fine.
Assistive reaction, the game is determined. Yeah, we know that. It's showing goods over there. Oh, because it's inside the room, that's why. Hey, I know you guys. So, who wants to get blasted? Well, actually, we didn't even see what she has. She's got the single shot. She got burst fire. Shot on the run. Is that supposed to be shoot on the run? Marksman gains movement points, so the next attack costs 1 extra point less. Suffers a BS penalty, but does not count towards the limit of attacks per turn. Warhammer grants momentum equal to the priest. This ability also grants an additional momentum equal to the for each enemy that is either in a 5-cell radius of the priest or was hit by the priest this turn. Dash. So.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I just see cutthroats.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
I hope so.
Crush 'em!
Start the battle. That's not nice.
Die, die, die!
Ow. Critical hit. Break out the lightning now. So what's the difference between this one and this one? Oh, heroic push, heroic act, desperate measure. So too far away.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
His head blew off. Okay, so forewarning. Time of prediction of the cycle increases the target's dodge and parry. Oh yeah, study the enemies.
On it.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Missed. Full and partial covers, yeah, we know about cover. Nothing new to that. He's got the invigorate. Oh, they immediately heal. Target is full of wounds. Let's see if this works.
Already done.
And then we will shoot this guy in the back, or that one. Yeah, we'll shoot
I
that one.
shall not fear. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Okay, so it hit him, but she still dodged. So the body didn't absorb the bullet. Is that what I'm getting? Table's not as big as I thought it was. Some weapons can be fired in bursts, right? But she can't use this because that guy's too close and she doesn't have another weapon. She's got a pistol. Shoot and run. Move up points to the next attack. Cost 1 action point less. It's not gonna help me. Right. It's like the pen and paper. You can shoot pistols in melee. Right, but I can't. Oh, here we go. Gotta switch to the pistol first. Pistol burst or a single shot. So effective distance 75%, max distance 75. So burst fire on this guy. Not gonna kill him. Gonna miss too, probably. That's it? Shoot and run? Shoot and run.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Love is a prayer.
It's a gift getting too close. You've run out of ammo. Wow, there's not a lot of ammo in that pistol. Okay, Abelard. You don't have a melee or a gun, do you? You do not. We need to get him a gun. Sniper for now.
Someone else can do this.
Or not.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
So, for 1 round with an allies and then gain deflection
Victory
bonus.
is imminent.
I'm sure it's fine. Give him a pistol for his free hand. I don't have a pistol. I don't think I have an extra pistol, do I?
Do you see that?
See what? She saw something. Goods over here. Oh, this guy's hiding right here. Oh, he thinks he's sneaky.
Will do.
Uh-oh. Study enemies, expose weakness. Forewarning. Now I can't use that anymore.
But of course.
Study those enemies. Not a lot of cover there, but he'll be fine. Gimpy. Here, give him a buff.
Too easy.
Oh, we should move though. Yeah, he's in cover. He's fine. Heal her again.
Not a problem for me.
Study the enemy some more.
Suits my purposes.
Dodge. Use that tech chair for cover. Okay, switch your weapon back to this thing. The rifle. Let's see him. Question is, do I want to burst fire him or just fire? We'll just do a single shot.
Guided by faith.
Should be enough to kill him.
Eradicated.
Ta-da. It's possible, but you can't looking from inventory during combat. Oh, it's one of those systems. I don't think we don't have a pistol anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, she's not right in the right spot. He needs to run faster. Sworn enemy. Charge. Straight line strikes a target that interrupts the fighter's path. Blah blah.
Follow my lead.
There's no Overwatch here, is there? Scrappy autogun. Looking forward to get those. By scrappy, they mean crappy. Oh, look at all those standing next together. All nice and close together for the lightning.
No can do.
Too far.
I know what is to come.
No worries. Welcome to the stream, staff of tomorrow, though. Happy Saturday. Oh, look, they're gonna fry.
If only you knew what awaits you.
Need more lightning. She's pretty much healed. So Gimpy's heal's actually pretty cool.
Never wavered in the face of adversity. Already done.
Nice and healthy. Magenta. There's nobody to shoot now for you. Except for those two back there. And too far apart for that, so just use that one. He didn't want to live. So, the run and shoot. Shoot on the run. Movement points are next movement attack costs 1 action less, suffers blah blah blah. So,
I'll do it.
totally safe. No problem.
Each strike is a prayer.
Look, we won. Dead bad people everywhere. Scrappy swords. Put that stuff in cargo.
I won't tolerate weakness.
What weakness? So, autoguns. Crappy autoguns. We should hold on to, 1 for what's his face, just in case.
Follow my lead.
That one in cargo. Golden toe case? What are these supposed to be? Guess they're going to cargo. No, 25% of heretics trophies carry cargo. Sure. What's here? More. Is it working? We're supposed to open this.
Excellence matters.
More stuff. More stuff. Melt the charge. And operator's gloves, so gear. Now you have equipped increases your tech skill and now be easier to pass relevant skill checks. Skill. Tech use. Gimpy's at 45, so he's our best person, I think, currently. So you just use those. Got gloves on that don't show up there. So the melt to charge. Explosive device suitable for eliminating flimsy obstacles. That's something you carry around? It is not.
I'd rather not.
Okay, so he can use a sniper rifle, or he can use the crappy little autogun. 5 to 7 damage versus 12 to 16. You'll take that for now. Ta-da. Okay. So now we're just going through the room and finding what we can find. Examine the model. Exact replica of the Von V void ship sits on the pedestal. Labels indicate the main compartments and decks of the vessel. Oh, this is the guy we saw through the wall earlier, before we came in here.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will make him feel better about himself. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you and happy Saturday. More stuff. So this cargo we're collecting, if I remember correctly from when I did the alpha, you get to sell that stuff later on once you get so much of it. You can't sell it here obviously, but when you get to, you know, somewhere to sell it. And this stuff is, you can either put it in your inventory for your characters or throw it into the cargo. Once you get so much of everything, you can sell it. Look, another door. Tech use, demolitions or tech use. Multi-key or just that one.
Done.
UP is our lockpicker. Gotcha data silent. It seems to be machine spirit is no longer being powered by the motive force.
I did fine.
So we just turned something on. What would be this thing? Logic or machine right set? Logic.
Excellence matters.
Come on. Keep these all kinds of useful. No, don't close the door.
I rise to the occasion.
Listen, dummy.
Done.
Clicking right there. It's, yeah. Anyway. Good. More stuff to pick. 30.
Excellence matters. So,
Mantle of Heroism. Each heroic act used in the battle increases the wearer's dodge by 10% until the end of combat. And another multi-key. Medkits. Melta charges. You're getting all kinds of explosives. that stuff too. So we get all our stuff now. Let's see if we go on. Okay. Benevolentia adherent. So Gimpy can't use that. I'm gonna guess that's for what's her face. Argenta. No? No? Oh, somebody got it. He got it. So he's got the right skills for it. And multi-key we don't care so much about. Machine right sec. We'll worry about that later. Demolitions of more goods. Oh, I can actually see him through the window.
Duty prevails.
At least they're smart enough to run back. Yep, let the peons go in first. Because of his alignment, it's not exactly one, but it's the closest I can describe it with. Yeah, alignment's probably his, yeah, alignment's close enough. Personality. Hey, dead person. Another key. All these guys walking around with keys. Benches and even that cogitator torn from its proper place are stacked in rough semblance of a barricade.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Weakness? What's weakness? You can check it under the biography section. There's no biographies here. What are you talking about? Nope, not that way yet. Bald steel has blocked the path to the lift, so you will have to look for another way to Edelthrad.
I rise to the occasion.
This guy won't, though. Deck officer's helmet. His helmet grants plus 5% to armor. So who wants to wear the helmet? I'll give it to him. He's the one that's supposed to be in front of everything. Oh, it does get there. Cool. Starting to look like a soldier. Set your alignment check every other year depending on how much you drive. Get your alignment check. Welcome back, zombie. You're supposed to get your alignment checked, I think, every, what, 15 or 30,000 miles driven. How many kilometers is that? I don't know. Do the math. Well, that didn't look good. This looks like a trap. I cough, I can't see. They're all saying the same thing. Okay, the roar of the flames rings in your ears and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von B. Theodora in quotes. Her expression is calm, terrifyingly so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in an inviting gesture. Oh, you lost my heir. Why do you put her name in quotes? Argenta goes as still as a statue, then slowly raises her weapon. An apparition, a sorceress apparition, trickery of the warp. That's why. Sister, you will lower your weapon, says Abelard. Despite his commanding tone, Abelard does not sound too confident. He is staring at the rogue trader, and you notice a muscle in his cheek twitching. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. How did you get here? Aren't you in pain? This is impossible. I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible, Gimpy, for your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you, that power over reality. She watches you without blinking. Her snake-like gaze almost makes you forget about the fire searing you, leaving burns on your skin. I can lead you out of these flames, Gimpy, show you a path, rid you of pain, and give you a weapon so that you may defeat your enemies. Decide. Did I listen to this abomination, Gimpy? If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faith will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before she suffocates in the furnace. Abelard, the people. He looks back at the coffee and the confused people around you. Gimpy, the survivors from the middle decks. We must help the crew. Lead them on. Find a way around. Over the roaring flames, you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled and distorted as if they were a body of water between you and them. Convictions. Uh-oh. Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Ed. She breaks off and starts coughing violently. Her knees buckle and she looks like she is about to fall. Gimpy, what are we waiting for? Sometimes the characters...
Hello, Gimpy.
Oh, sorry.
It is time to take a break.
Just a second.
Go check on the dogs. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values. Interests and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions that can develop in 3 directions. Imperialist, whatever, and Hereticus. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows her convictions, and the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotion through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others toward your character. So there's your alignment type stuff, I guess. I don't know which way we should go. Walk through the fire. The Emperor will guide the righteous on their path. Hereticus, take my pain away and give me power. Get the people off the bridge. I will not leave my people in harm's way. Imperialis it is. You take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you, and Theodora's voice fades into the firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind, and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. Oops. The blinding inferno, the harrowing pyre. The all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stay on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears. You're drying out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuses to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temples and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind, before suddenly retreating as if driven away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads throughout your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see a glow with warm light before you, the Aquila, the sacred symbol of the Imperium. Abelard, Master Gimpy, can you hear me? A familiar voice cuts through the din and the pounding. Seneschal Abelard, where Sorin is leaning over you, peering into your face with a look of worry. He notices your gaze and breathes a sigh of relief. You are alive and sane, which is more than I was expecting after what you just did. Praise the Emperor. Argenta kneels next to you, and for the first time you see her eyes radiate pure, unclouded joy. We pass through the flames. Oh, how can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said, the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith. Behind Argenta, you see Adira doubled over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who were following you have withered away in the fire that continues to rage mere meters away from you. The Emperor protects. Did you see that, the Aquila? It was glowing. Aquila. It's Aquila? Aquila. You're still alive, fancy that. The Emperor protects, Seneschal. Your tone renders Abelard motionless, then he quickly makes the holy sign of the Aquila himself. Indeed, he does, Gimpy. If I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed. Adira wipes her mouth and rasps, "What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?" "There was no Theodora, witch." Argenta is staring straight ahead, then crosses her arms over her chest with reverence. There was an illusion, a temptation, a foul taint that tried to lead us astray, but Gimpy perceived its true nature. Is that right, Adeptus Sanctimonious? Adeptus Sanctimonious. We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire? Abelard, you tell her. Whatever it was, it matters no longer, he sighs. Your conduct, Gimpy, is bordering on madness or holiness. A path opened behind you where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remained. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire? Wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor. Argenta herself sounds proud, even fervid. Sorry, just don't like psychers or mutants or heretics or anything which is not a hardcore zealot. There you go. Paladins, basically. Rise and stand tall. No element holds power over the righteous. Dismiss the help and stand up on your own. I feel fine. And I'll have a lot to help you. Admittedly, I've been better. No power of the righteous. Even if you are anticipating another wave of pain, it does not come. Your muscles feel strong and your limbs obey you without fail. And yet, deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You are at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much further, whatever. Eldathrat. I need to take a break here. He stares at you without trying to hide his awe. Gimpy, do my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake. I hurried here to join forces with you and the others. It is time to push the heretics back. It's the only way. We are here in response to your Vox call. I love being late for an engagement. Blah, it's time to push the heretics back. Indeed it is, Gimpy. He makes the sign of the Aquila and gives you another look, this time one of concern. Your wounds. Look closely at this guy. Look, as conceded. Eldathrat doesn't seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face took on a strange hue. Something like scales appeared in his temples, and there is a weird screeching note in his voice. These are not traces of fatigue and stress. The Psyker's body has begun to mutate, a consequence of contact with the warp. You're not in the best shape yourself, Eldathrat. My faith will keep me upright with the weapon in my hand. That is all that matters. I can fight. You certainly are ugly. I would rather sit this one out while you deal with the heretics. Keep me upright and with the weapon in my hand. That is all that matters. He holds up his hand in a placating gesture. Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of he who has passed the trial of fire. I've gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon, yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I just saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways? It was at the very elevators of Abelard. Master Eldathrat. The Lady Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of peculiar import. After that, all we heard were her Vox broadcasts. This is troubling and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Conrad was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence of his activities reminds me of descriptions of sorceress rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once. I shall go to Theodora's chambers to find her. Assault on the bridge. No, Gimpy, Avalar's voice is dry, and there is genuine concern in it. You most certainly are not. You can barely stand upright after what happened. It is best that we go to retrieve Lady Theodora and let Elderthrad commence the attack on whatever. Something in the Seneschal's voice gives you the impression that his primary goal is ensuring Theodora's safety, not yours. Elderthrad nods, a reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will feel better about yourself. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you, and till next we meet, Gimpy, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle. He salutes you with his weapon and turns to his retinue. Okay, can I take a break now? I'm going to take a break. So, Paladins to be at least good, Sisters are not that. Well, I wasn't making the impression that the Sisters of Battle are exactly like Paladins. More like they're devoted. They're holy warriors, basically. At least in their minds they are. Not like they get powers and stuff. They're just very convicted. They're very, focused in their purpose, like a Paladin would be. Not saying they're exactly the same. Or meant to be Paladins. They're just similar. Anyway, gotta take a break, get up, stretch some legs, get some water, that kind of thing. Be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.